thank you so much for tuning in to part 2 of Money Talk of In My Back podcast. I'm with the one and only Chef T, and I know y'all heard and seen and tasted her food around the city. So definitely make sure you stay tapped in for this full interview. So without further ado, let's get into what we all been waiting for all week. Let's get to know about this queen right here. So,
hello everyone.
Yes.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I'm like, thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited.
I'm excited to be here too.
Yes.
When you told me when we ran into each other at the last event.
Yes.
And I was like, well, okay, that's my thing. I love to talk and I'm happy to be here. So
Yes. Well, we're definitely excited to have you, and I've been having some people tap in, like, they can't wait to see it. So,
okay.
yes. So, just to give us a little bit about you, tell us about your background, where you're from. Like, are you originally from here?
No, so I just moved here, coming up on 3 years in October.
Okay.
Born in the Midwest, born in Illinois, right outside of Chicago. But we came from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh,
and
okay.
so that's where I grew up. That's where I learned how to cook. That's my stomping ground.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Like you said, that's where, like, hometown is.
Yeah, that's my hometown.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's different. Okay.
I know nobody knows about Minneapolis, Minnesota. And when I tell people Minnesota, they go like, what is that?
Yeah.
They just know it's cold. So it's real cold there.
Yeah.
So it's a big climate change for me.
How is that going for you so far?
You know what? I adapt to any environment. So it's okay, but just standing in the sun, no, I can't do that.
It'll be too much.
It's too much. I need a tent when I do events and stuff like that. Versus Minnesota, the sun's just not that hot. And so you can be outside without a tent. It doesn't really matter, you know, when you're cooking. But here, you need a tent.
Yeah. Skin burn right off your bone. Okay. So I know the moisture and it's real dry, so I know that's different for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
it is. But you know what? It's not like I was in Miami and Jamaica. It's a more moisture there as far as like here's a dry heat. There the humidity, like if you ever been to Miami, very, very hot.
Yes.
Imagine catering and then carrying your equipment and setting it up and you just dripping wet. Just
already,
sweat.
you just got here.
Here you just burn it. But you ain't really dripping sweat, you just burn it.
Yeah, I feel like when I did go to Fort Lauderdale, it was like real humid. Like,
Yeah.
it was like couldn't breathe, but I can still move. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a mystery. So as far as growing up, were you the chef of the family, or did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have like someone you looked up to, and you were just like right there, always helping in the kitchen?
My mom, definitely. But I took a little bit from my aunties, my cousins, my grandmas, people in the neighborhood, people from community centers, schools, just traveling, other chefs. So it started when I was a little girl, and I just would be in the kitchen with the women. Like they would call it holy court in the kitchen. Because that's where women talk about all their problems and everything. I'd be like, I want to go to court with y'all. And so, and then I love to eat, you know what I mean? And so I would taste stuff, and then I'd be like, oh, I could make it taste just like my Auntie Bruni's. And, you know, so it was just like, I feel like I was born to cook, to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't measure anything. I don't have any, like, specific recipes. I just know. I just know what it smells like. I just eyeball it, for real. So that's what I'm working on, because I'm working on the cookbook. And I think the hardest thing about writing your cookbook is putting your recipe into format. And how many ounces of this do you need? How many of that? Because it's like, oh my God, I gotta like really show people and teach people.
Yeah.
And
break it down.
And break it down because people don't know how to cook. And I assume they know how to boil water, but they
No, for real.
no, seriously. You need instructions for that.
Yeah. For some people, for sure. And they want yours to taste just like theirs to taste just like yours. So yeah, they're gonna make that. Yeah. Okay. What would you say was a meal that was like one of your like home meals? That makes you think of it.
I would say potato salad and mac and cheese. Because that's where I feel like it was like my auntie make like the best potato salad. Her and my mom make the best potato salad, hands down. I don't care how much experience I got, I can't mess with that potato salad.
I love that potato salad.
And it's so fire. And then the mac and cheese. And so, like, I went through so many changes with mac and cheese growing up because we was taught to add so much cheese. Black people, add so much cheese, add an egg, and like one of my secret things, I don't put egg in my mac and cheese, and I only use 2 different cheeses. Like, and I mean, I got some, some
love in it, right?
Love, but I went through this transition of like what I felt like mac and cheese should be like. And I don't like, no shade to nobody, but I don't like really thick or really cheesy mac and cheese. Like, I don't want my mac and cheese to look like a piece of cake. I need it to look like some creamy pasta. Yeah. So that's one of my specialties. People, and I brought y'all some mac and cheese too.
I know, I can't. I don't know. I'm looking over there.
When I tell you, they call it crack mac because it's a thing you want to keep eating it.
Yeah, see,
I almost ate it coming here.
We like that. Give me some now. Feed it. No.
Yeah. So.
Okay, no, that's dope. So was that something you've learned? Well, you did say it changed over time. So I guess, but maybe a few secrets of that love you probably got from home.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So that's pretty much your culinary background.
So I cook everything. So I'm a caterer. I run my own catering business. And I allow all of my customers, my clients, to create their own menu based off their budget, their theme, or whatever they want. Because I feel like menus are boring.
Yes.
And then menus, like I had menus when I started off, like I've been through trial and error with this business.
Right.
I didn't know what was going to work. I didn't know how it was going to work. I just knew I wanted to cook, sell food, and feed people. And so what I come to realize is that when I had a menu, it put me in a box. So you can only put so much on the menu. You ever go to Cheesecake Factory?
Yes.
It's a gang of stuff on the menu. You don't know where to go, where to start. So I had a menu, and people would just be like, oh, you don't do oxtails. Oh, you don't do this. So I would just lose out on certain clients because they would think that I can do certain things. So I decided, screw the menu, let's freestyle this.
Yeah.
What's your budget? What's your budget? What you working with? How many people showing up? Let's create the perfect menu for you.
For you.
So I found that that was better and easier.
And you can. That's beautiful because not everybody could, afford, but they want, your food.
Yeah.
So you make it accountable and affordable for everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody has an excuse.
And I travel a lot. So when I tell people like I do Indian food, I do Jamaican food, I do curry, I do Mexican, I ain't gonna say everything because I'm still learning. You know what I mean? But I know what I'm doing for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in the kitchen.
Okay, so you said Indian food now. You know how to do butter chicken?
I do know how to do butter chicken. So this is the thing, in Midwest, we eat a lot of like curry and butter chicken, gyros and stuff like that. Mediterranean food. So Chicago, you ever been to Chicago? Chicago. Woo, let me tell you, the food in Chicago is fire.
Yeah.
And so traveling to Chicago definitely helped open up my creativity because I love to eat. And so when I go to Chicago, I literally go there just to eat. And
I gotta check that out.
Chicago, they food banging. Just like LA. LA got some fire food. I was just up in LA. And literally, I think I spent like $500 just on food.
Yeah, I'm like, this one, you could just pull up any place just about, and it's good.
And
thank you.
And I'm like an avocado toast type of girl sometimes with lobster on it and stuff. I'm extra. I like that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. Hey, gotta have your pinkies up. So
you know what I'm saying?
And then you're a chef, so it's good too. You gotta be exquisite,
Literally.
You already make the basic shit at home.
It gotta look pretty when
Yeah.
I go out. That's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to open up my box of food and it's just thrown in there and it just looks sloppy.
So if it is, do you be like, oh?
No, I don't. I just, because I don't really complain, but in the back of my mind, I just be like, damn.
Yeah.
But I normally research. I'm like a TikToker.
Okay.
So I get on TikTok, I read the reviews and stuff. So that doesn't happen to me a lot.
Okay, that's good then. Yes. You take this.
And I always let the waitress know, let the chef know it's another chef out here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, That's pretty.
Yeah. And then you look all nice and yeah, she could cook.
Hold on, is she from? Okay, she can do reviews. So,
yeah, that's funny. I do be telling people when I go out, like, yeah, I am gonna do a review for this, so make it nice.
Make it nice.
Okay. So what would you say is a dish you're most passionate about? Like when you're making it?
I would say all of them. I'm not even gonna lie. But something that I feel like I put my all into would be, if I had to pick one, my seafood.
Seafood?
Yes.
Like a boil or just seafood in general?
Seafood in general. I don't care if it's a lobster sandwich. It's gonna smack.
Smack?
It's gonna smack. But I do love to do salads too. I'm very creative with salads.
I saw your salads. They look.
Like, I just don't do no normal salad with ranch. Like
no bacon and chicken.
Like that salad popping.
Yeah, it definitely looked delectable. I mean, everything. I didn't even know what to choose. It would be hard to, because I'm like, so what you cooking
No,
for dinner?
literally. So I just did a wedding for a woman, and she changed her menu. Shout out if she watching, you know I love y'all. She changed her menu like 5 different times. Every time I did a catering event, and she seen my work, she was texting like, I don't mean to be a pain, but I want that. And I'm like, you want what? Everything. I was just seeing that video. And then, about 6 weeks later, she sees something else. I know you're getting tired of me, because I worked with her for like a year up until her wedding. So she just kept switching. But I was cool with it, because I'm like, that's what I'm got no menu set in stone, and it's good. You still got like 10 weeks to your wedding. Yeah. It's all good. Yeah. You keep switching.
I mean, it's your fault. No, it's playing.
No, it is though.
Like, give me all this
at
first.
She wanted a brunch or what? Like, she just was like, that look good. I want that. I want that.
Everything.
She had one of shrimp and grits at the wedding, and I'm like, look, whatever.
Yeah.
We did po' boys though.
After all that.
We did some po' boys.
That's good though.
Because they traveled from Minnesota. They was my customers back at home. So in Minnesota, I ran a deli, and I had po' boys on the menu. Fire. I did shrimp po' boys, and then a fish po' girl.
I love how you changed the name.
I'm glad you peeped that. Because not a lot, see, you a smart woman. Not a lot of people peep that.
I love how you changed the name, yes, because like catfish is like woman kind of dominated.
Absolutely. We got the po' boy with the shrimp.
Yes.
Shrimp boy.
I love that. Creativity, thinking outside the box.
They wanted them at their wedding, so I made it happen for them.
Yes, that's beautiful. Yeah, everyone, go look at her damn Instagram. I'll tell you, when
Check
she
me
posts,
out.
I'm like, yeah,
Check
that
me
looks
out.
good. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah, I don't see how I would ever be home.
Yeah, girl.
Leave home.
And my kids cook too.
I did see actually you having them in the kitchen with you helping out, but they actually be throwing down like
literally like throwing down, like using up my vanilla flavor, making homemade ice cream.
What?
And so yeah, they running their TikToks and getting that going and everything.
That's
but
beautiful.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate having kids that know their way around the kitchen. And when I tell you all of them, I got 5, so they all can cook.
You look good.
Thank you.
Wow, so they all be cooking.
They all cook.
That's impressive because they're like mentoring you, like watching you and stuff, and you probably didn't even know you were doing that for them, but they like look up to you.
Yeah.
That's super dope and empowering to all the mothers out there.
Teach your kids how to cook. Don't tell them to go sit down. Let them help you in the kitchen.
Okay, so what are some of your like favorite ingredients to work with in the kitchen?
Fruits and vegetables. I'm gonna tell you why. Most of the people love meat, right? But when you think about meat, how many options of meat do you really have? Right? You got seafood, you got beef, you got pork, you got, some lamb, chicken. But when you pull out the fruits and vegetables, I'm talking about an abundance of different options. And then the colors. I like presentation, I like colors and stuff. That's why I do a lot of salads and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so I would say vegetables. That you can do anything with vegetables. And nowadays, like mushrooms, oyster mushrooms and stuff like that, you can make that taste like chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can make that jackfruit taste like chicken.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But that's impressive that you can do that. So you cooking for vegans and
I do that too. So
vegetarians.
every year, me and my family, we go vegan for a whole month. And so, yeah,
That's cool. May I ask why? Just you might be
Health.
inspiring some people.
health. I do it for your health. I'm telling you, like, overall, being a chef, I'm just gonna be honest. Meat is not for us. Meat is not our friend. We are not supposed to be eating meat. I'm probably gonna catch a lot of hell for this because I cook it. You know what I mean? But that's because I do everything. You know what I mean? I have clients that are vegan. I got clients that are vegetarians. I got clients that are keto. I got clients that only want meat. I do meal prep too. So I have multiple clients that I prepare food for during the week, and it looks different for each client.
Right.
They may be wanting, they want to lose weight, or I have one client that wants to build muscle, one client that wants to clear up their skin, fresh juicing, different stuff like that. So, girl, I'm all over the place.
That's dope, though. Yes.
So, yeah.
Definitely ambidextrous. Just
Absolutely.
you know, that's
I'm
dope,
a Gemini,
though.
so I'm like, we are very, like, people who multitask a lot of different shit at once.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but
Oh, we love that language.
Oh, okay. We do a lot of shit.
Yes. No,
We
that's,
wear a lot of hats.
that's dope because really you don't really not take an order. Like, so you really in your bag for sure.
Definitely.
And that's how you get your name out. I mean, I've been to a few events, and like I said, I've worked with you before because I was doing the strawberries, the tasty treats. You are working. Like, I always see you at events. I always see, you selling out. Because never not any event you're at, you don't sell out.
That
Like,
is
for
true.
sure.
That is
No,
true.
like, so.
You know what? But coming from another state, I didn't know nobody coming here. I didn't have no friends. I didn't have no family. I just packed up and came here. Because I don't know, my spirit brought me here. We originally wanted to go to LA, but I ain't gonna lie, like, it was hella expensive.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I ain't gonna never not have a day off. Like, I don't have to be cooking all the time.
Mhm.
So we packed up and came here, and it was just like, God put me everywhere I needed to be. You know what I mean? Any fear that I had, He took it right away. Like, I have to give Him all the glory, all the credit, because I'm nothing without Him. You know what I mean? And I mean that in the realest way.
Wholeheartedly. No, for
Literally.
sure.
And so it was like hard and kind of scary a little bit. And I don't got a lot of fear. Like, I just get up and go. Like, I have like a lot of confidence in myself, and that came with over time. But it was different on the West Coast. It was a little different, especially where I started off cooking, girl. We ain't put that. But yeah.
No, yeah.
It was like, okay, damn, I gotta get these people to trust me. They a little rowdy out here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get them to actually taste my food. They don't know me. You know, so that was hard. And like, once I just kept doing it, and I'm showing up, like you said, before you know it, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. And so that's kind of like how I started making a name for myself out here. And then I have to like humble myself, because I came from the crib making $1,500, $2,000 a day just selling food, to having to come here and like lower my prices, lower my standard, like humble myself all the way. It was
probably
really,
you have to give away some free stuff.
oh girl, did I was like,
You're like, sure, here's the fridge.
talking
Take
about
it.
breaking even. I wasn't even breaking even sometimes. But it got me where I was at, where I'm at today. You know? And I'm still not where I want to be.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I'm just now
Touching it.
touching it. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, no, that's a fact. For sure. I mean, it's definitely a journey. For sure, it's a process. And cooking is definitely so hard because customers are so damn picky sometimes.
They are.
I'm one of those customers. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all.
They are.
I will
You
call
know
the
why?
manager real quick. Like,
It's because these chefs and the people who cooking, they let people down. People are hurt and disappointed.
especially that damn Facebook marketplace. Don't trust it.
Oh yeah, girl. That's the first group of people I argue with.
Everybody arguing.
And I was like, what the hell going
The
on?
black-owned businesses.
Yep. So
You mother suckers.
so definitely, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Do you have any culinary traditions that you still like, that's been passed down, you think, that you plan on passing down?
My banana pudding. And I'm selling it on Saturday.
On
On the
Saturday.
10th at this pool party. Y'all follow me on Instagram and y'all gonna figure out where I'm at and what time and how to be there.
Period.
Best banana pudding ever.
I gotta try it.
My grandma told me, bless her heart, she passed away, God bless her soul. She told me how to make it over the phone. And then I remember her coming back and said, high taste. I was like, this is good.
Oh,
And I just
love that.
remembered, it was like in my memory, in my mind.
Especially that moment.
That
too.
moment, yeah. Yeah, she
I love
definitely
that.
gave me the recipe to that. So that's something that I will never give out, but it's gonna be passed down, like my kids know it. Cause like a lot of people, like no shade, I might get in trouble from saying this, but a lot of people make the box banana pudding. And I never was raised off of that and I just don't know how to do it. I've never done it. I think it's good. Some people make it really good, to each his own, but I use the carnation
Mm.
and we whip it.
Flipping the wrist. Flipping the wrist. Yeah, see, no, I gotta try that. No, I probably did. That's what I'm saying. I've tried your food. You made some tacos for the water wars.
Yep.
Demolished.
Caribbean jerk taco.
Never had no Caribbean, I'm telling you. And I'm the kind of person, I don't like the pico because it's
Mhm.
tomato.
Yeah.
I left everything on there.
It was a
Sauce
perfect
and
mixture of everything. And that's because I'm doing it from the
delicious.
And what's crazy is I hired a grill man. That man ain't make one taco.
Yeah, because I seen you. I was like,
I'm
you
like,
ready?
girl, I ain't used to nobody helping me in the kitchen like that. But my best friend, she Fat Man's Kitchen. So she in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
I can trust her on the grill. I can walk away. I literally like take advantage of her services when she around. Cause I know it's all good.
Mhm.
If you taste her food, you taste my food.
Mhm.
That's just what it is.
Yes.
And I hired that man, paid that man, and told that man, stand over there and box up stuff. Like, my heart just couldn't let this man make a taco.
I'm glad you make my taco because
And I believe he could have did it. But it's something that I have to get used to.
yeah. Oh, just letting someone.
Yeah, letting
take-
somebody else come in. Because I feel like I have this technique, and it's like the food talks to me.
Mhm.
It tells me we're burning, flipping.
Mhm.
It tells, literally,
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy,
No, that's
but
like the real
it talks
chef.
to me.
Yeah.
It talks to me.
Mhm.
It's a science to this.
Mhm.
That's how
You
I
make
do
it with love. So if it's
Yeah.
not flipping, you're like, you should be flipping it right now.
Yep. Put some more oil down.
Mhm.
Every bite should be crispy type shit.
Man, I can still taste the tacos now. Them motherfuckers was good.
They
You had
were.
a sauce on it? Did you make your own sauce?
Yep, I do all of that. Make my own sauce, all of that.
Yep.
I cut corners on some stuff,
It's
but
delicious.
on some tacos, it's just pretty easy to cut up all the stuff and whip it up.
Yeah, but see, it was nice because it was different tacos. It wasn't
Your traditional.
your traditional,
Mhm.
you know,
One
a
bite
side
ass
chicken.
tacos. 2 bite ass tacos.
Yeah, you got a couple bites. You know, you got to,
Yeah, you got
yeah, you know, chew in and point, talk a little bit, and go back to my family, and go back to the taco house.
Yeah.
Drink. Still got some taco.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was delicious. So, so far, what would you say has been difficult on your journey?
Managing a personal life, my mom, wife, auntie, friend, and I'm like an active person in my family's life, and my friends and my community. Managing that in a business. Being a woman, not having no loans, no grants, doing everything on your own with your own money, and transitioning coming from the street life and how you do it in the streets to professional and doing it on a legal and professional, paying for your licenses, paying for your certificates, paying vendor fees, paying employees. Like I said, sometimes people think, you know, oh, you just got it. Sometimes you only broke even because your business is also supporting your lifestyle too. So it's not like I have a 9 to 5 and then I got my business as my side hustle. My business is my bread and butter. And that's why I'm in so many different avenues with it. That's why I'm working on a cookbook, I'm selling recipes on my website, I'm doing every party, every wedding, you know, I'm all over the place. I'm literally in my bag right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, as I continue to grow, I'm asking myself, what is it that I want? What is it that I want? Do I want to continue to cook here and there and be everywhere and be accessible to everything and everybody?
Mm-hmm.
And I know I have to do that to get where I'm going, but I have a plan for the end game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been really thinking and meditating on that because everybody want to just wake up rich.
Right.
And I'm like, on my way. Like, I know it,
Yeah.
but I'm creating a system
Mm-hmm.
so that I could make that happen. And it can create generational wealth for my children. And then I have a granddaughter too. And so when I look at her, I'm like, oh, you real lucky.
Mm-hmm. You came at the right
You
time.
came at the right time. My kids had to struggle and go through shit with me. You know, I feel like my granddaughter, like, she really inspired me because I look at her and I know this is my generation that I created, and I just want things for them to be better. So
Yeah.
and you know, I do it for the kids, but I also do it for myself too.
Right, definitely.
So,
Gotta do it for you so
Yeah.
they could,
mhm.
yeah, definitely. And I'm sure you're proud of yourself because I remember when you did have the chubby tent and like, you know, all the logos and stuff. It's like now you see the growth, I see the growth, so that's good. And coming from me, I don't want to say I gave up on my business, but you know, took another lane because it's difficult. So yes, for you to just keep striving because that's something that you definitely want, like wholeheartedly. It's amazing.
Thank you.
You can definitely, I see the growth, and I definitely see you there cooking for Cardi B,
Thank
for
you.
Oprah, you know,
Thank
because your
you.
food is literally that good, and you mix it up. You just don't keep it basic. You literally mix it up from the culture
Thank
to the energy. Like, it's just amazing.
you.
But how do you deal with like, if any, I'm sure not, but you never know, like negative feedback or complaints?
It depends on what part of the Gemini they're getting at that. But no, overall, on some for real shit, I learned to channel that out. What I learned today is when they talking like that, I'm doing something right. So it actually makes me smile. Because if they ain't talking at all, that's a problem. So they gonna say what they want, whether you know, whether it's bad or good, no matter what you're doing, they gonna have something to say.
Right.
So I just be like, okay. But to be honest, for the most part, I only get a little bit of negativity. And I think that's my spirit and my aura. That it's like, how could you just chew me up? And I walked in the room with my head up smiling and spoke to everybody and I give stuff and I'm genuine. And I just feel like that the people that I have experienced bad vibes with, I just think they were people that wasn't healed and they had something within themselves. Because I literally don't do nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
Literally. And so that's just how I kind of handle that. And just pay attention to the positive stuff.
Right.
Because I read this book, I read a lot, right? I read this book called The Secret. And I watch a lot of like documentaries and stuff like that. And one thing that I learned y'all gotta read the book The Secret too, and just know that your words are powerful. And once I learned the power of words, I am so careful what I take in and what I put out. And so I definitely changed my life when I started utilizing my words differently, you know, and just speaking like I already got it, because I know I do. And I have to be confident and believe that. And like I wrote out, what's crazy is I had put this visual board together, and my life is looking like that board now.
That's
If that makes sense.
I love visual boards. No, I really do. I like
That's what I did for New Year's. Me and my family, I cooked some amazing food, and we all did vision boards, even down to the babies.
Oh, well, that's nice.
And I
Just chill in the house.
Drank some wine, did vision boards, that was it.
That sounds fun.
Going out be overwhelming sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be
Well, I'm
stressful.
going out Saturday though. But it do be overwhelming sometimes.
No, yeah, it do. So far as what has been your goal this year? I know you've been doing a lot more events for summer, but do you have anything planned like towards the end of the year?
Yes, to finish my cookbook and put an abundance of recipes on my website. So y'all check out my website. It's called thecheftea.com. And the tea is like the tea you drink, TEA. So it's, I know, right? So
That's sweet tea.
Yeah, that's sweet tea.
I love it.
Thecheftea.com. And so I sell $1 and $2 recipes.
Mhm.
So the good thing about my
Oh,
recipes
okay.
is I sell them in visual content.
Mhm.
So I'm actually showing you everything that I'm using, and I'm showing you how to put it together. Because I'm a visual person, right? Even though I like to read and stuff like that, I'm still a visual learner. So if I see someone actually making the food and showing me what to do, that's gonna stick with me more than reading this recipe. And it's like, but what kind of pan did they use? You know what I mean? Literally though, like, you know what I'm saying? And so I just show people and I talk to them. I drink my wine, I chop it up with them, and I sell that game for $1, $2, and you get an email, and then you get that video content. So I actually got my mac and cheese recipe on there, vegan though. So if you're a vegan,
You know what? Let's try that. Can we get the mac and cheese?
Oh yeah.
Sample.
Yeah. You gotta try it.
No, let me just get it. Let me just try it.
And so my goal is to continue to put my videos out and my cookbook and transition my business to focus on weddings here in Vegas.
Okay, good. Cookbook, more weddings, yes,
More
because
weddings.
that's where it's at. For
That's where it's at.
catering, bigger
Yeah,
catering.
so I met a group of women who kind of picked my brain about some stuff. Oh yeah, that's that cracked mac right there.
Crack mac, y'all.
That's that cracked mac and cheese. About to try it.
I'm about to try it.
It should still be a little warm.
No, it's definitely
Is it still a little warm?
a little warm, and you can definitely eat any. If it's good, you can eat it anytime.
I know, right?
Yum.
And I was sitting there thinking, what am I gonna bring them? What am I gonna bring them? I don't want to fill them up, but I don't want to tease them either.
Oh man,
Isn't it good?
that is fire. All right, y'all. Good night. No. I don't even want to stop.
It is so
You
good.
can take over. No.
Give me some. No, I'm just playing. I'll just be talking shit.
Oh my goodness, that is good.
Thank you.
I got a clear throat. Y'all, 10 out of 10. 20 out of 10. Okay, fuck the 10 out of 10. Okay, I do want to ask some funny questions. I was looking down here because.
What's up? Let's go.
So, who's the smartest person you've ever met?
That's a good question because I've met so many people and spoke to so many people and they've been, smart on so many different levels. But if I had just give me like 60 seconds.
Take your time.
Because this is a dope ass question. No, that's a dope question.
Yes. Take your time.
I would have to say my Bible study teacher, a woman that I studied the Bible with for about 10 years. And her name is Sister Mary Brooks. Yeah, and so I'm real big into my Bible and my word. And I studied the Bible with her probably 11 years. But I would say this woman's knowledge, not just on the Bible, but just in life, and older, in her 80s.
Ooh.
So the wisdom was there, the patience was there. And I think with being smart is more than book smart. It's instinct, it's wisdom, it's experience, it's knowledge, it's spirituality. It's all of that. So I would have to say her. Because not only did she teach
Sister
me,
Mary Brooks, y'all.
shout out Sister Mary Brooks, not only did she teach me, she taught my mom too.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so,
the wisdom was just passed
the
down.
wisdom was passed down.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I love older like that. Old ladies. I hate to say it like that, but I do love some old ladies because I'll be asking questions for sure. Like, like picking their brain.
Always.
Never know what game you might get right there just for that.
That's where all the game is.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get older one day.
Yeah.
And imagine the game we didn't soak in. You know, and I get why they be shaking their head at us sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's tripping.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's crazy. We got more access to like more help, resources, and all.
It's in the blink of our fingertips, right there.
They have to definitely go through that experience.
Like, I come from the payphone era. I come from the pager era. I come from the dialing numbers and stuff like that. I come from, we got to meet up at the park at 6 o'clock and then we just outside all day. There wasn't no GPS. We had to remember that. I come from a map. You know, so I definitely appreciate, you know, the click of our fingertips, everything that we can have access to now. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I had to choose, I would have wanted to been born back then. And then I think of all the shit that they had to go through. So then I'm like, never mind. You stay up here.
Yeah. But it's like when you born and it's like what you know. Because I think about caveman, and I'm like, but to them they was chilling.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
no worries.
I need an instant fighter.
I'm not trying to be over there, whatever they was doing. That's funny. If you can go to lunch with 3 people, don't really matter the lunch where you guys are going, but who are these 3 people you're going to lunch with? Dead or alive?
Like celebrity, like it don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. And why? I didn't add that part, but
I'll say my friends, my female friends, some of my best friends. Like, of course, my best friend Dee. Like, I would say a group of women because, and a group of women who can eat. Like, we ain't no salad eating chicks. Like, we really get down and enjoying ourselves. So I would say a group of women. Yeah.
they're like your besties.
Yeah, my besties. Yeah.
People you
My
can trust.
my mom.
Yeah, okay. What TV show got canceled that you would love to bring back?
Star? Yeah. That was the shit. Cause okay, so before I became a chef, I wanted to be a rapper. I still rap.
Okay.
And like I'm cold, I got flow.
Wait a minute, I feel like I did see. Go ahead.
So yeah, and that show was based off of like music, like Empire and stuff like that. And Star, like it had the last episode. It was a gang of like drama, murder, and I'm talking about jaw dropping. And it just went off, and I'm like, what the hell going on?
That you start searching it up.
Yeah, what happened? And so, yeah, Star.
Okay. Which brings me to my next question. What are some things that you do that no one knows about? What's a fun fact? So now we know you rap.
I'm just, girl. I cook my breakfast naked.
Oh!
I just get up and go in the kitchen.
Okay, so that we know how you go to sleep.
There goes some juice for
There goes
tea.
some tea right there for the tea.
That's some tea. That's my breakfast. That's not the food that y'all paying for when I cater, okay?
Okay, yeah.
I'm at a commercial kitchen cooking that.
Because I was gonna say, is it just breakfast? Like, do you do this maybe at dinner sometime, or it's just specifically?
It's really just breakfast because I just get up
and
and
just
go
get up.
in the kitchen. I cannot believe I told y'all that. You got one on me.
We all got. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was funny. If you can have one moment you will bring back and redo over in your lifetime, what would it be? It could be a happy moment, an inspiring moment. Just what moment would you relive one more time?
Let's see. Something that I always think about. I would have gotten more knowledge from my grandma before she passed. If I can relive the moment, just talking to her and stuff like that, I'd have got more knowledge from her. Because that's our history book right there. And I feel like I took that for granted, being busy and doing all of that and just thinking that they don't be there.
Yeah. That was what I myself too. I agree with that. Fuck.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, man. My ass about to get into it. So, as far as the new year coming, 2025, what do you have, like, you know, in the books? I know you said your cookbook, but I feel like you got something else working up, like a restaurant or
Some event planning, big events based around food and fashion and community. And so it's called Mayfest. Mayfest. And so the first one is going to be May 2025. And so that's why I'm working on
fest
that.
is where it's at.
It's where it's at.
Is where it's at.
I mean, multiple vendors, multiple just information stands, the community, double dutch contest, food contest. I mean, the list goes on. So I'm working with some powerful women. I love to work with women. You know what I mean? In the community, I'm working with some real powerful women that have their own nonprofit organizations and stuff like that. And they're just kind of helping me navigate the systems of how to actually put this into play. And so it's a lot of behind the scenes. And basically you're going to have multiple food vendors, fashion designers, artists, poets, from all different, makeup artists, and it's just going to be a 2-day community event, and it's free. It's free. And so I haven't this is the first time I've actually spoke publicly about it. I haven't even made a post. I haven't shared the flyer because I've been behind the scenes getting permits and getting everything put together, reaching out to some sponsors. I got some sponsors that's going to help me out with it.
Nice. Yes, on the move for a fest. That's dope as hell. I mean, everybody wants to get in a fest, like you said, multiple vendors. I mean,
man, you ever watched this show called Insecure with Issa Rae?
No, but I have seen it.
I've
seen the previews of that.
Got to see it. So she had put on a big fest, and I was inspired by that. And I love her, love her as a black woman, love her as just everything that she does. Like, I just love me some Issa Rae. She's so real, she's so funny. You gotta watch Insecure. This one, I'm probably gonna go home and watch it. For real, I've watched it probably like 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
Yeah, every episode, every season. And it's just super funny, and she's just real herself. And she had put on a big event. It was like a block party. But it was just amazing how she got the community. And it was based in LA, the shows in LA and stuff like that. And so she got the community together, and she had like local artists perform and stuff. And ever since I seen that, I was like, damn, I want to do that. And so,
well, if you do, let me come up in there too.
of course. You gonna be up in there, girl?
Yes. What has there been like a moment in your career so far that was just like, oh man, a turning point? Like, this is it. This is crazy. I can't believe this is happening. Have you had that moment yet?
Yeah. I cooked for Ray J and Brandy.
You cooked for Ray J and Brandy?
Yes, on my Instagram. Check me out. I cooked, and it wasn't just like I just cooked for them. I was in their hotel, their suite, and it was Christmas. I did their Christmas Eve brunch, and then I did their Christmas Day dinner.
Wow. Beautiful. First of all, how was that? I know I love Brandy,
nervous, but you know what? And what's crazy about it is I'm from that era. I grew up watching Moesha. I grew up listening to Brandy and I Wanna Be Down. What about, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that. So like that's for me, it was mind blowing. I was nervous.
Was
I
she
was
like
happy.
talkative? Was
Hell
she?
yeah, no, not talkative.
But you
she
know
was,
what? Yeah.
Yeah, she was just like she acknowledged me.
Yes, that's what I
And
mean.
they
Not
were
talking,
real
but yes,
people.
definitely not.
Real people.
Yes.
Ray was cool. He gave me a hug. He clapped for me. And I mean, you know, shouted me out and everything. And that was just really dope. So that's when I was like, I knew I'm going where I need to be at.
Yes.
And I met, and I got that connection from a producer, a photographer out here.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I do these, shout out Red Velvet events, every time I do their events, their photographer, Will, he there, and he was like getting captions of my work, and we would talk and stuff like that. So one day he hit me up, shot me the information, they called me, and before you know it, I was a chef.
God is great. I mean, that's
Literally.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's, you want it. That's where
That
you want to
opened
be.
up the doors.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's where you want to be, cooking for celebrities. 'Cause
Yeah.
they gonna pay you for your time, for the food. They gonna pay you for
Absolutely,
everything.
and that's what people don't understand. Food is expensive.
Yeah.
We want to be paid. Like people want you to, they want to pay you $1,000 to cook for 500 people. Literally.
Yeah, food
And
is
they
expensive.
don't understand. This is what I tell people. I try to get them to understand. I said, if you and 10 people, no, let's be more realistic to what they want. They want you to cook for like 50 people. If you and 50 people went to a restaurant, like Cheesecake Factories, hell, Perkins, you know what I'm saying? How much do you think that bill gonna be? And now you dealing with, like I would say a large company. You know what I mean? So these people got
yeah.
money and everything.
Yeah.
You know, and they watering your shit down. And your shit processed. And that ain't real food that you just
And
ate.
you can't take no leftovers.
Literally. It's the experience of hiring a personal chef and a caterer. And the love and the intimacy that we put into what we do.
Yeah.
You know? So
That make shit. You got me thinking. You're right. That is right. You do go to a restaurant. Shit, 2 people is still.
yes, gratuity, all of that stuff. And then we showing up to you
Mm-hmm.
and setting
And
up
setting up.
and cleaning up.
Yeah. Ooh,
For extra feet though.
Okay. I was gonna say, is there any extra fees we should know about? Go ahead and tell it to that person. Camera right there.
So yeah.
Okay, so do you necessarily, I know you did say you discuss with your clients what they want in budget and everything, but do you go like hourly, or is it off of how many people are showing?
It all depends.
Okay.
So I got people that's like, I'm buying all my food. All right, that's $75 an hour. For me to show up to your house, you buying all your food, I don't gotta go to the grocery store, $75 an hour. And I need a 4-hour minimum.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not just going in there throwing it. So it looks different for each customer.
Mm-hmm.
You got some people that's like, I want my wedding, and I've had people pay $150 a person for up to 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it just really depends on the services. Do you need me to serve the food? Do you need my good shit? Or you want these aluminum pans that you can ball up and then not throw away?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? What's your budget? And I'm gonna tell you the services that I can offer you.
At
what
that
you
price,
pay.
yeah.
At that price,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so
That
I
makes
get everybody
sense.
money.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, you when you're in the business, you gotta do what the hell you gotta do to keep it going. Because everything is expensive. Like, you know, just to have the business. It's not like you have sponsors and everything yet.
Yeah.
It's coming.
And
But
I
you
tell
know,
people, I'm not only paying for the food, I gotta put the gas in my car. I have to pay for those plates,
the people
those
that
napkins, the forks, the salt and pepper, the seasonings for the food. You want mac and cheese? I gotta buy the cheese, the cream, the seasonings, the pans to put it in. All of that stuff costs. So when I charge, I make sure that I add in everything, because I used to cheat myself.
Mhm.
The first big event I did, I catered for 100 people and I charged her $500. You know what I had to do? Go buy some food stamps. For real!
No,
In Minnesota, they got this grocery store. Everybody's out there selling food stamps. I had to go buy some food stamps and flip that,
Yeah.
and to buy all her food. And like, I walked away with nothing but some amazing pictures. But it was like, you have to go through that trial and error. Because I didn't go to school to be a chef. There's no school that can teach you so. You have to be born with it, or learn from your family, or grow up with it. When you think about culinary arts and you go to school, there's no recipe for soul. They teach you the basics, like boil chicken for 15 minutes and it's done. And I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have worked for me. And nothing against anybody that went to culinary school.
Yeah, I was gonna say I went to culinary school, but I learned things like the consommé, like stuff that
Paris type, London,
like
upscale,
yeah,
different things like that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
not really necessarily.
They not gonna teach you how to make no shrimp poke.
I learned it from Granny, like Mama,
absolutely.
Sweet potatoes,
yeah.
In the oven, with the They teach you.
But I did go to college and graduate for human service and psychology.
Nice.
So for 8 years, I worked with women and we brought them out of domestic violence and trafficking. I'm real big on women.
Tell us a little bit about that. How was that?
That was a blessing and a curse. I'm going to tell you what the blessing was, helping people. The curse was wanting to take everybody home and help people, and you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Literally in the streets, bringing these women in and helping these women, you know what I mean? And then seeing them go back, that's hurtful. But overall, it was a beautiful experience, doing that work. And I'm still doing the work. I do the work and I don't even be knowing. I just be meeting people at the club or just meeting people in general. And before you know it, I'm her counselor and I'm giving her advice and I'm still doing the work. And I'm still giving out resources and all of that stuff. So I was at a shelter and we worked specifically with clients that were experiencing intimate danger. And that's what I did. And I loved it. I worked at night shift and I met a lot of women. And before I started that job, we all have bias. And I used to think and wonder, like, why she just won't leave?
Yeah, right.
You have free will, but when you think about it, you have cultural things, reasons why women don't leave. You got the kids, you have financial stuff, you have language barriers, you have culture shock, you have all type of stuff. You have religion, multiple different reasons why women don't leave. They abusers. You know what I'm saying? And so what they need to be asking is, why is you abusing this woman? Not why you ain't leave him.
Yeah.
And and so I learned more and more about women, and I learned how powerful we was and how much we deal with. How many different masks and faces and hats that we gotta wear.
Yes.
And don't nobody see that. And I also experienced
We don't talk about it. We just take it. We just keep changing them out. We don't necessarily say,
the trauma and all of that
stuff.
stuff. And helping them also helped me. Because I'm a survivor of domestic abuse. I went through it for a numerous amount of years. I didn't talk about it. I hid it. My family didn't know. You know what I mean? I defended him. I was stupid, in my mind. But I was just young and naive and all of that stuff. And I just didn't know what I know now.
It's definitely trial and error, like you said, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And when they take advantage of our vulnerability, it's hard, because we don't even trust ourselves at that point.
And we just sweeping it under the rug, And so that experience, working with the women and the children and the victims and stuff and the survivors for 8 years really helped shape me as a person and humble me, definitely. And I got to cook for them too. So what's crazy is not only that I was working there as a domestic violence advocate, but I also was a chef for the agency. And so I would do all of our food for all of our events.
And look, you get that experience cooking for it. Look at how God was working, just getting you prepared to cater for multiple people for your own business.
Absolutely.
Isn't it amazing? I really be sitting back like, man, he is funny.
He is funny.
He's funny.
Try to make plans without
him, for real. I was like, man, that's why I went through that. That's why I had to.
When I go through stuff now, and what's crazy is, leading up until even this day, it's been one thing after another. And I've been laughing because I know I'm on my way up there.
Mm-hmm.
And we have someone that doesn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
And so I've been hit with everything, but God continues to get me. Like, I feel like I'm experiencing every emotion going through running this business.
Yes.
And taking losses and just feeling like giving up sometimes. But God keep hitting me over the head. Like, you know how many job interviews I went on since I've been here in Vegas? And asked me how many I actually started working. I done been on like 10.
Oh, you too?
I put my good shit on, I'm interviewing, and then some just hit me. And I'll be like, I'm so sorry. And they'd be like, for what? I have to leave. I have another purpose, and I'm so sorry. But it'd be like a slow period of catering, and I'm like, I gotta go find me a job because this client ain't this ain't the math ain't math. Let me go find a job. And the girl don't never start. Yeah. And that's because I know God got something for me. So on top of like my car breaking down, all type of stuff, girl, like I go on and on, all type of shit was happening. And I'm like, that's because I'm on my way and I'm not about to. I'm talking about I got the whole truck packed up, car won't start. I gotta go get a jump real quick. Like what?
Because you know what? I was having a conversation with a friend. It was a little hectic situation. She's like, you know what? He didn't say they wouldn't form, but he said they won't prosper. Mm-hmm. So you know, especially on this journey, hell yeah, they gonna form, but they won't prosper. So yeah, we're definitely on our way to the top. And when you're walking with God, and you already know how more attacked we get, like you know, so yeah. So it's like.
I just
take it, yeah. Just take it.
I'm like, oh, I'm almost there.
Yeah, on my way. And when you came in, I couldn't even tell you were shining. You looked ready to go. This your first interview too?
It is.
See, man, I bought 2 chairs today.
I have never done an interview before.
Yes, and this was amazing. And I'll be honest, y'all, I have no questions. This was literally off the dome. I'm like over here trying to look at my notes. I'm eyeing it. I can't see. So, guys, great.
You doing your thing, and I feel real comfortable. Like I'm just chilling, talking to one of my homegirls.
Yes, because that's what it's about. Yes.
I feel real comfortable.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, my back is calling my name. No, I'm just kidding.
Girl,
so,
eat that Mac.
No.
That's that crap Mac.
I cannot wait.
It's really good.
I can't
check it out.
So, what about people looking forward to being a chef? I mean, I know you're many things, but what are some things you can say to inspire people to just do it, or even to just learn how to cook? Because cooking is essential for a woman.
I would say,
and a man, you know, everybody need to know how to cook.
Don't let nobody tell you what to cook, what not to cook, what lane to stay in, how much you should charge. I don't care if it's 50 people selling lamb chops. Your shit need to hit like something they ain't never had before. I don't care who doing it. You can still do it better if you put the work in and just believe in yourself and consistency. Like what's crazy is I watch a lot of documentaries and interviews and stuff because I know like I'm gonna be rich as fuck. I'm getting ready for it. I need to know what to look like, what to do. So I hear the same thing, consistency. You have to be consistent.
Yes.
With what you do.
Whatever it is. Just to add to that, being consistent, but okay, so you know how some people like they're a rapper and then they're doing this, they're selling plates, and then they be consistent and stick to one craft and perfect that craft so you could, you know, really excel at that shit because your focus is not there. Not saying you can't do it, you can do it, but focus on one path first. So you can do this path, okay, that's done. Now work on this, okay, that's done.
That definitely helps. And like with me being in so many different areas, that's been one of the hardest things for me to do, is to focus on one thing. And for my mind, I realize I can't. I have to focus on multiple things because I get bored. I do. I get bored.
Some people do get bored.
Yeah. And it's like, do I have ADHD? Like, what's happening here?
No, I think that's normal because I be thinking that too because I could be writing one thing and next thing you know I'm editing. I'm like, wait, I was just writing this. No, I do agree. But
We
just
all
like,
over the place.
we
as
all over the
entrepreneurs.
place.
So yes, focusing on one thing
To
until
perfect
you
that
get
craft.
that done will definitely help you. Because then you're gonna have multiple different projects that you ain't even finished, and you over here doing this, over here doing that, over here doing that.
Yes, just from experience, y'all. That's it.
She's right about that.
Cause man, I'll be like, damn, my God, I ain't even finished that. I done picked up this.
Yeah, work on my thing in time.
Yeah, and it'll be all great. Now you putting shit out that's can't nobody tell you nothing, like But that's just a little tip for me. Where can we see you next? I mean, for those who ain't in Las Vegas and can't taste this delicious food, do you offer shipping? And I'm just asking on.
I'm working on that.
Okay.
I've been working on that. Yeah,
Okay.
Soon. You gotta check my website out, thecheft.com.
Thecheft.com. Instagram.
Instagram. It's chef, CHEF _ TEA _. I'm the first one that popped up.
Yeah. Yes.
You can Google me too. You can Google Chef T. I'm a pop up. You can Google Chubby's Food and Catering. I'm a pop up.
Yes, and if you have tasted her food, please leave a review on any platform
Please
you
do.
see because that helps out with promotion,
It does.
networking, And I'm telling you, the food is good. I mean,
Word of mouth is everything.
Word of mouth is everything, and I'm telling you that mac and cheese
It's good.
is fire.
Thank
It's
you.
fire. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. I'll pop another cherry today. So. She is definitely in her bag. Miss Chef T has been in the building. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And you will be back soon because I'm telling you I'm going to be doing some more stuff. I am having a networking seminar on the 8th, so I would love for you to just come. It's free to come. We'll work out the catering things later, but I still just want you to come because it's fruitful for everybody, entrepreneurs on their journey. So,
Thank
yes,
you.
But yes, until then, y'all. Mwah.
Until we eat again.
Yes, until we eat again. I just want to see what was said.
Any
Oh, that I want to try when I come out to perform.